In this tutorial, let us learn about Java data types. As explained in the previous chapter, a variable in Java must be a specified data type. See the example. See, integer number, whole number, float, my float number is equal floating point number, character, my letter capital D character, Boolean, my bool is equal to true, Boolean, string, my text is equal to hello. See here, while we print this, see 5, integer, float, D is capital letter, true is Boolean, hello is string. Data types are divided into two groups. Primitive data types includes byte, short, integer, long, float, double, Boolean and character. Non-primitive data types such as string, arrays and classes, you learn more about this in later chapters. Primitive data types. The primitive data types specifies the size and type of variable values and it has no additional methods. These are 8 primitive data types in Java. See here, data type, size and description. Byte, 1 byte, stores whole number from -128 to 127. Short, 2 bytes, stores whole number from -32768 to 32767. Integer, 4 bytes, stores whole number from, see here, entire this will be stored. Long, 8 bytes, store whole number from, see these are -9 to and so on. Float, 4 bytes, stores fractional numbers sufficient for strong 6 to 7 decimal digits. Double, 8 bytes, stored fractional numbers sufficient for storing 15 decimal digits. Boolean, 1 byte, stores true or false values. Character, 2 bytes, stores a single character, letter or ASCII value. Numbers, primitive numbers types are divided into two groups. Integer types store whole numbers positive or negative such as 1, 2, 3 or -4, 5, 6 without decimals. Value types are byte, short, int and long. Which type you should use depends on the numeric value. Floating point types represents numbers with a fractional part containing one or more decimals. There are two types, float and double. Even though there are many numeric types in Java, the most used for numbers are int for whole numbers and double for floating point numbers. However, we will describe them all as you continue to read. Integer types byte. The byte data type can store whole number from -128 to 127. This can be used instead of integer or other integers. Types to save memory when you are certain that the value will be within -128 and 127. See the example. See, public class byte my number is equal to 100. See, 100 was printed. Short. The short data type can store whole number from -32768 to 3276 and so on. See here, my num 5000, say 5000 was printed. The int data types can store whole number from -2 and so on. In general and in our tutorial, the integer data type is the preferred data type when we create variables with a numeric value. See here, 1 lakh, see here 1 lakh printed. The long data type can store whole number from, see long is used when integer is not large enough to store the value. Note that you should end the value with an capital L. See here 151500 and capital L. See as a result it is printed like this. Floating point types. You should use a floating point type whenever you need a number with a decimal such as 9.99 or 3.14515 and so on. Float. The float data type can store fractional number from 3.4e minus 038 to 3.4e plus 038. Note that you should end with the value with an small f. See here 5.75 small f. See the result was 5.75. Double. The double data type can store fractional numbers from 1.7e minus 308 to 1.7e plus 308. Note that you should end with the value with a small d. See here 19.99 d. See the result was 19.99 printed. Use float or double. The precision of a floating point value indicates how many digits that value can have after the decimal point. The precision of float is only 6 or 7 decimal digits, while double variables have a precision of about 15 digits. Therefore, it is safer to use double for most calculations. Scientific numbers. A floating point number can also be a scientific number with an e to indicate the power of 10. See here 35e3f 12 capital E 4d. So, the result is 35,000 and 1020, 1,20,000 and so on. Boolean. A Boolean data type is declared with the Boolean keyword and can only take the values true or false. See here, Boolean is Java fun true, Boolean is fish tasty false. See here, true or false was printed. Boolean values are mostly used for conditional testing, which you will learn more about in a later chapter. Character. A character data type is used to store a single character. The character must be surrounded by a single quotes like capital E or small c. See here, my grade capital B. The result B was printed. Alternately, you can use an SCSI values of display certain characters. See here, my var 165, my var 266, my var 3 is equal 67. While we printed and the code was executed this A, B, C. Strings. The string data types is used to store a sequence of characters. Text string values must be surrounded by double quote. See here, double quotes. Hello, my world. See, double quotes. See the hello world printed. The string type is so much used and integrated in Java that some call it the special ninth type. The string in Java is actually a non-primitive data type because it refers to an object. The string object has methods that are used to perform certain operations on strings. Don't worry, if you don't understand the term object just yet, we will learn more about strings and objects in a later chapter. Non-primitive data types. Non-primitive data types are called reference type because they are referred to objects. The main difference between primitive and non-primitive data types are primitive types are predefined, already defined. In Java, non-primitive types are created by a programmer and is not defined by Java except for string. Non-primitive types can be used to call methods to perform certain operations while primitive types cannot. A primitive type has always a value while non-primitive types can be null. A primitive type starts with a lowercase letter while non-primitive types starts with an uppercase letter. The size of a primitive type depends on the data type while non-primitive types have all the same size. Examples of non-primitive types are strings, arrays, classes, interface, etc. You learn more about this in a later chapter. Okay friends, this is the end of Java part 5, Java data types. In next video, let us learn about another topic, Java typecasting. If you like our program, please like, subscribe and press bell icon for our next part video updates. Thank you friends. Meet you in next video. All the best.